Happy birthday, Theodore. Once upon a time, on October 27th, 1858, a baby was born who would grow up to have amazing adventures and even become the 26th President of the United States. His name was Theodore Roosevelt, but many called him Teddy. Teddy wasn't just any leader, he was a champion of nature, protecting the forests, mountains, and animals. His love for the great outdoors showed people how important it was to preserve the beauty of our world. Join me as we explore the story of a young boy who loved the world around him and grew up to make it a better place. Teddy Roosevelt was a very curious and lively kid in New York City. He was always buzzing with energy and ideas. However, little Teddy faced a big challenge. He had asthma. This meant sometimes breathing felt like running a race, even when he was just lying in bed. But Teddy wasn't ready to let anything slow him down. His loving father told him that he needed to make himself stronger. So, Teddy rolled up his sleeves. He started exercising, learning to box and wrestle. He turned from a frail boy into a strong and brave young man, never giving up even when things were hard. With every jump, punch, and shuffle, he felt a bit stronger. Not only was Teddy strong, but he was also super smart. He adored reading, especially about animals and faraway lands. His room was like a mini museum filled with bug collections and nature treasures. The tiny critters and crawling insects fascinated him, and he dreamed big dreams of going on adventures like the explorers in his books. From an early age, Teddy learned to love nature, to never give up, and to follow his dreams. These lessons became his superpowers as he grew up and faced new adventures. One sunny day, young Teddy Roosevelt set off on an adventure through the woods near his family's country home. He had read stories about explorers and was eager to have his own mini-adventure. So, with a trusty stick in hand like a heroic sword, Teddy marched off into the rustling trees. The birds chirped a happy tune, and the sunlight peeked through the leaves, creating a magical carpet on the forest floor. Teddy felt like he was a part of a living fairy tale, full of mysterious creatures and wonderful secrets. As he climbed over a small hill, something big and brown caught his eye. Wait, was that what he thought it was? Yes, indeed. Before him stood a mighty brown bear rummaging near a tree. Teddy's eyes widened, filled with awe and a pinch of fear because, well, it was a really big bear. Teddy's heart thumped like a fast drum. Every book he had read flashed through his mind. He knew running wasn't smart, so he quietly stood still, taking slow, deep breaths as if practicing his boxing calmness. A magical feeling of peace washed over him, knowing he was sharing a moment with a creature so strong yet so gentle. There, in that magical pause, Teddy watched the bear go about its day, little paws swiping at the bark in search of tasty treats like honey or grubs. It moved softly, a gentle giant among the trees. After a few heartbeats longer, the bear decided to stroll away, melting into the depths of the green forest cloak. Teddy let out the tiniest breath he hadn't realized he'd been holding and gave the bear a thankful wave goodbye. With the bear disappearing into the wild, Teddy's excitement turned into deep thought. He realized that this bear and the whole amazing forest were precious in ways words couldn't quite describe. Later on, when Teddy grew into a bold man and became president, he couldn't forget the bear and the whispering woods. Run by the memories of that bear, Teddy worked tirelessly to protect nature, saving forests and parks so people could always feel the thrill of the outdoors. He created safe homes for bears and birds, for trees and flowers, telling everyone how important it was to keep the world wild and beautiful. Teddy's love for the trees and the creatures became famous stories, told to children and grown-ups who wanted to help too. Thanks to Teddy, the earth sparkled just a bit more, and the forests he respected still stand, whispering their leafy tales to everyone who visits. The story of Teddy Roosevelt shows us how love, curiosity, and a bit of courage can change the world. Teddy's adventures remind us to explore, respect, and protect the natural world around us. Even a young boy with glasses who once faced a bear in the woods can grow up to do great things and inspire generations. Like Teddy, we can chase our dreams, face challenges head-on, and remember that our actions can make a big difference. We all have the power to protect our planet, whether by caring for a tiny garden at home or joining others to preserve grand forests. Let's all be like Teddy, exploring brightly and preserving the magic of nature for everyone, everywhere.